Hey, what's going on, guys? Going to be covering the Arc Battle Mage and what I kind of did to kind of finagle things and get things going the way they should. Currently, I have my stats at strength at 60, dexterity at 18, wisdom at 17, perception at 31. Big thing is, I'm going to want my dexterity a little bit more at the 20 to 25 range and perception at 40. That is the goal. We're gonna move over to our skills. With the defensive skill, we're gonna go with the shield survivor technique because it's always great to have, that return whenever you do block. That you're gonna get that return with the health and everything else because you don't necessarily have a heal skill. So next thing we got the desperate clash, shot at victory, chain lightning, judgment lightning, focused firebombs, strategic rush, redemptive barrier, frost smokescreen, icebound tomb, inner peace, victorious energy, and immortal pride. And for our passives, we're going to go with Garad's patience, resilient mind, impenetrable, morale boost, forbidden sanctuary, Frostmaster, Mana Amp, and Mana Ball Eruption. And here for our specializations, we're going to go ahead and start off with the SNS portion, where for strategic rush, we're going to go with the effects on target, basically meaning you can hit up to 8 targets with your rush. And as soon as you get them hit, they have a 70% chance to decrease movement speed by 50% for 2 seconds. That's going to be very good as far as like some of the setup attacks that you're going to end up doing and just kind of some of your rotations. And for Desperate Clash, of course, Desperate Clash to deal a bit more damage with damage of 80% for 2.5 seconds with a chance to apply collision prone. And that's going to be absolutely awesome, especially if you have one of these heavy hitting uh, dungeon mobs that could possibly one shot you or anything like that. It'll drop them down, and you're not going to have to worry about any kind of casualties after the fact. Then we're going to go with increased damage, so it boosts your damage boost up to 200%. And then you also have the chance increase for collision. Immortal Pride, we're going to go with mana cost reduction. With that mana cost reduction, that's going to be a reduction of 80%. And with health regen, you get that 200% bonus to health regen. And you also have defense is increased as well. That's going with a magic melee and range defense is increased by 5% of your maximum health up to 1,500. And for a shot of victory, we're going to go with effect boost, where your bonus damage is increased by 30%. Now on to our staff portion. This is where we get a little bit more into the weeds because, of course, we're the Arc Battle Mage. So we're going with the focused fire bombs. That's where you're going to be um, having a slight delay where you're holding it in the fireball and then releasing it for mass damage. And also you're going to be going with the radius increase, so on hit it has a 3-meter radius around it, so you're hitting all the other targets around you. And for frost smoke screen, I can't speak. You have additional damage, so it deals at a additional damage equal to 50% of base damage per second to the area. And chain lightning, we're going with both of the damage transfers, because we don't want to have to sit there and rely on whether or not there's water involved, frost involved, fire involved, any of that. You don't have to worry about that. And the next thing for inner peace, immune to CC, because how many times you're sitting there trying to regain your mana, and someone, a mob does a CC to sit there and knock you out of it. So like a stun or anything like that. Icebound Tomb, going with Bind. And basically, if weaken effect is which decreases movement speed is applied, it instead binds the target. And then you have Ice Mire. So that's where you get the 220% of base damage increase plus 18 damage. And so next you have Victorious Energy. We normally go with that just because you're getting such an increase in, the hit chances increased by 325. And magic melee and ranged evasion is increased by 325 as well for 12 seconds. That's quite a bit of time. For Judgment Lightning, we're going with both the damage transfers, same reason as the Chain Lightning. And then with Redemptive Barrier, you're going with, of course, Redemptive Barrier. That creates a shield that lasts for 6 seconds. So you're losing mana instead of health. That is a lifesaver right there in itself. And of course, you're going to want that cooldown. So, let's see. But yeah, that's about it. I appreciate you guys' time, energy, and patience. And thank you again for stopping by. Please hit that like and subscribe to the channel for more information. All right, guys. Y'all take care.